Hello and welcome to another video about the hex editor or working with the hex editor. So in this video, we'll go over other options. So if we go, for example, to continue where we left, we reached the highlighting. So if we say highlight line feed characters, so what it's, as you can see here, the 0A, 0A, because those were line feed characters. We go back here, you can see those are line feed characters, 0D, 0A, when we were pressing the new line feed, etc. They got automatically highlighted for you. There are others, like let's say non-ASCII characters. So you're telling highlight non-ASCII characters. Let's see here, we don't have any non-ASCII characters. So let's see what else we can. Alphanumeric control characters. So you can see these are considered like control characters. They got all highlighted, the zeros. Let's just remove those. And maybe if we check the alphanumeric characters. So as you can see, all of the alphanumeric characters got highlighted. Okay. So you can also use that feature as well if you want, like say you have a huge file and you want to, let's say, highlight what is data as line feed characters or non-ASCII characters or alphanumeric characters, etc. So it's up to you really what you want to highlight in here. Now another feature available, which is the ruler. So the ruler currently, as you can see here, it's in hex. So that's why 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 9, and then A, B, C, D, E, F. We can switch it to decimal. So you can see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it continues again 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's really up to you, but I think the best is, or at least that's what I'm comfortable with, is to leave it the way it is, to especially when we are dealing with hex, because hex base 16, and this way we know we have from 0 to F, which is our 16 bytes. Now let's look at more other features. Again, the status bar. So we can see that there are file position units. So we saw here, by the way, the position. So as you can see here, the default is hex and decimal. So it's showing you the hex, okay, and decimal, the file position. So it's showing you the hex and the decimal position. But if let's say you want just decimal, so now when we click here, it's showing that position is 0. When we click, for example, here, it's showing that this is position 16, and so on and so forth. Also, for example, if we click here, I mean, it's showing that this is position 8, and we can actually already see that over here. This should be 9. As you can see, it's 9. When we click over here, this should be A, which is actually position 10, because A in hex is 10 in decimal. And if we click here, which is B, which should be 11, and so on and so forth. So it's up to you really how you want this file position to look like. The default is this one. Okay, another feature, again, is status bar, file size units. We can see the file size currently is in decimal, but let's say you want to view them in hexadecimal. You can see that the file size for this file is in decimal it's 51, but in hex it's 33. Okay, in decimal again it's how much? It's 51, but in decimal it's in hex it's 3. If we go to this one again, we see the file size is 96, but in hex it's 60. And if you remember from our previous videos, by the way, let's go back to these just to double check them. So we can see hello 2 is 96 bytes, which is correct, and this one is 51 bytes, which is also correct. Okay, so this is where this all came from. Okay, and again, you can change those to show whatever sizes you want. It's really up to you. Selection size units currently showing you in hex and decimal. Okay, so currently we don't have anything selected, but let's select something. So if we highlight this, it's showing you that the selected size is 1 and 1 in hex. Let's select 2. So it's showing you 2, and in hex it's also 2. Let's select more than that. So let's select this amount, which should be 16. So it's telling you the selected size is 16 in decimal, and it's in hex 10. If we continue, for example, and do this, it's telling you that you selected 24 bytes, which is 16 plus 8, which is 24, and then in hexadecimal it's actually 18. So you can also specify how you want these position numbers, how you want the units numbers, and how you want the size numbers. We can see also the little endian and big endian. We'll come back to this later just to show you how this will be used. But that's it for this video. Okay, and we'll see you in another video. Thank you.